Hi there, my name is Julie Day. I'm Business Skills Manager here at Tigers, and we are here today to talk about different pathways into business. You will hear from myself, some of the members of the team who will talk about the sectors that we deliver in, some of our course content and the possible pathways that you can take into the world of business.
My name's Caitlin Forrest and my role and journey at Tigers. So I graduated at university in 2015 with events and marketing management, and at university it was more about project leading, working as part of a team, developing the creative process. But what it wasn't about was developing your work-based learning experience. So when I left university, and it was a time when digital marketing was really taking off, I didn't have, Photoshop experience, video editing. So I found a modern apprenticeship opportunity in digital marketing at Tigers' Facebook page, and I thought, why not? So I phoned up and I spoke to Julie at Tigers, and she invited me in for a discussion. So we got talking and she said, well, we have this employability fund administrator role at Tigers. Why don't you do that? And when you're doing the role, you can do units to work towards your qualification. So that's where I managed to develop my video editing, taking leads on projects, your communication, your organisation skills, how you speak to people. It's all different compared to what you're doing in your actual studies. You're actually learning and experience it while you're on the role. So I managed to get that qualification, and then I developed into the digital marketing assistant. And then when I got my qualification, I could really develop those skills. So I've been involved in the ACE Aware Nation conference, where I took a lead on projects and got exhibitors, spoke to customers, developed my customer service skills. I will as well. I was actually on the 12-month programme, and I got to take leads on organising events, speaking to mentors, learning from their experience. Claire, she was my mentor during the programme as well. I was also involved in Apprenticeship Week, which is a massive campaign. We're involved in SDS, our funders, so we really go forward and really want to showcase young people's stories and experiences. People associate themselves with stories and experiences, so it's massive for Tigers. We really want to go forward with it. So I was able to go with a group of people and develop that within the role and lead out and plan what we take forward during Apprenticeship Week.
Hi, my name is Alex Wright and I'm one of the Business Skills Trainers Assessors here at Tigers. The Business Skills programme involves a variety of different units that include business units, IT units, as well as a vital work experience that is very important for a young person's development. The 3 business units that we focus on in the Business Skills course look at how businesses are structured, depending on the sector that they are working in, how they're funded, about stakeholders. They then also develop their skills in PESTEC analysis, so analysing external threats for businesses, as well as conducting SWOT analysis as well. We then move on to the IT units, and these are really important because we focus on their IT skills, looking at Microsoft packages, especially within word processing and Excel spreadsheets. We found these important to develop for young people because within the world of work, regardless of the sector that you work in, IT is very important, and every business is looking for IT skills. Once they have developed their IT skills, then the next step is to progress onto a work placement where they develop their work experience and their work-based knowledge, and they develop those leadership skills and those organisational skills that are vital for businesses, and they develop the experience that you don't normally get when you're either in school or you're at college or university. The Business Skills programme is relevant to the world today because the world is always changing. We have become a lot more digital through COVID, and young people need to develop those digital skills and those IT skills. Businesses are everywhere, from your high street shops to your financial companies to your hairdressers. And it's important that young people understand this and they gain the knowledge and understanding that's going to help them develop those technical skills that are going to help them develop in the world of work, as well as those emotional skills that will help keep them regulated when they are stressed or under a little bit of pressure when they're in work or feeling anxious. The Business Skills programme is very important for young people. We have had young people that have came on our Employability Fund programme and developed their business skills that have progressed on to a business skills apprenticeship where they have gained their confidence and their communication skills. We have had young people that have come in to our training room at the beginning who have been very quiet, very reserved, and they have left walking out with their head held high, and they have developed those skills and say themselves that they're a different person from coming to Tigers. So I think that is very important. We focus on a lot of emotional well-being, mental well-being as well as physical well-being as well throughout all our programmes, which is very important for young people to develop these skills and make them a norm within their lifestyle that will help them throughout their future career. Tigers have a variety of different courses that young people can apply for. The first one is our Foundation Apprenticeship course, which is offered to senior phase pupils. This course is delivered within a 1-year model for 6th years and a 2-year model for fifth years. These courses help young people develop the vital business skills that they will need when they decide to leave school. You can progress on to a variety of different sectors such as law, media, finance. You can even go into engineering if that's what you wanted to do, as they get taught that every business is relevant and all the skills that they will learn, they can relate to whatever sector that they move into. The second course that we offer for young people is our Employability Fund course. This course is for anybody aged over 16, and we focus on business skills as well as employability skills, where we work on CV skills, interview skills. They also gain vital work experience, where they can progress on to either a job or a modern apprenticeship within business skills, which takes me on to my next point about modern apprenticeships. A modern apprenticeship is something that we offer at Tigers. You can do a modern apprenticeship in business administration, digital marketing, IT and telecoms, as well as leadership and management. The modern apprenticeship is a great way for a young person to develop their qualifications as well as their work-based experience, as the qualification is delivered fully when you're in work, and it is all based on what you are doing in work and not based on theory.
My name's Natalia and I am doing the FA Business Skills programme. We learn about understanding business, which is the first unit. We learn about marketing and finance. Personally, I enjoy the marketing unit the most because I'm quite a creative person and I just enjoy that. I'm learning about how a business promotes itself and branding as well, and it's just very interesting. I think because of the whole COVID situation, obviously we've had less time, and I think the finance unit was quite challenging because obviously there's different formulas that you need to know, and I just found the whole spreadsheets and things quite difficult. My trainer was very helpful and they offer you a range of support, so if you're ever struggling you just come to them and they offer you additional support. They explain everything more or offer you with additional materials or websites that you can look on. There was a presentation at our school and that's how I found out about Tigers, and I decided to do it because I was always interested in doing business as a subject. For example, I'm going to study international business at university, so I think that basically this programme is very useful for me. The content of the course differs because not only is the environment more relaxed, but also it goes more in depth into the smaller parts of the business industry that I wouldn't have learned in school. My plans for the future are to study at Strathclyde University to study international business, and this foundation apprenticeship helped me because not only am I learning about business, but also in the second year I'm gaining industry experience, which I wouldn't have gained at school. So obviously because of COVID I don't get to work in an industry, but I'm still getting to know how to host meetings, for example, how to do presentations, and obviously we've done that online for now, but it's still helped me a lot and it will help me in the future.
I'm Jennifer. I'm an administrator within the business skills team at Tigers, and I help the team with everyday operations such as filing and answering the phone, and just generally helping to create a sufficient and efficient working environment. The thing that originally brought me to Tigers were the company values. That's what attracted me the most when doing my research on the company. Two of the company values which applied to me the most and which I connected to with the most were courage and curiosity. Coming from an English language and linguistics background, which I did at university, the business industry and area was relatively unknown to me. So I was looking to build on my business skills as I have previous experience with administration and with business during high school and my 4th year for work experience. However, I didn't learn as much as I had hoped for during that time. So it made me more curious about business and how it works and the everyday functions of it. So at university I was learning academic skills such as referencing and how to write essays, which are useful, transferable skills, but I can't really use those within a working environment as you don't really write essays in the working environment. So coming to Tigers and learning professional skills like teamwork and communication and management of different databases. For me personally, I think that having industry experience would be a big advantage for everyone, not just for me, because you can learn about skills at university that you can apply to the workforce and how to use those properly within a working environment, but you can't really get the same feel as if you're actually in a working environment, like being at Tigers and being within the business skills team as an administrator. So I think it's important for people to force themselves to go out of their own comfort zone and to go into the industry and to get experience, first-hand experience, instead of just learning about second-hand and online or however else people learn skills, and just force yourself to go into the workforce to get experience for yourself so you can help yourself in the future. My advice for young people who are unsure of what to do with their futures is to try as best as you can to make a plan for your future, even if that's hard now. It will benefit you a lot in the future. For me personally, my original degree was different to what I graduated with. So even if you're unsure now, in the future, once you get more experience being at university or being at college or being in a work placement, it will all work out in the end and it will benefit you in the future.
Hi, I'm Jacob, I'm 16. I am from East Bank Academy and I am on the Business Skill Foundation Apprenticeship. In the Business Skill Foundation Apprenticeship, we learn about the inside of the business, like stakeholders and who has influences in the business, like customers and employees. I've enjoyed learning about how businesses run and the different departments of business and how it runs on a day-to-day basis. I found out about the Business Skills Foundation Apprenticeship from the school. They were talking about colleges and other options, and I thought this was the best option. I chose this option because I want to pursue a career which involves money taking and other stuff that deals with government, and I feel the business skills will help with this if I have a little idea of how businesses run. So when I grow older, I would like to be a member of the Scottish Parliament or a member of the English Parliament. I feel like this Business Skills Foundation apprenticeship will help as it is teaching me how different departments is running, and I feel like if I use the different departments and hire people and use the ways that the business skills has taught me, then I will be successful and not lose any money or profit from any money that isn't mine. I would say to young people, try it. You might not like it, but try it at first, as I came in with a fresh mind. I didn't know what I was going to do, and when I came in, I started to enjoy it, and I'm finding it really fun.
My name's Colin. I'm the assessor and trainer on the IT and telecoms modules within Tigers. At the moment, I do IT and software with Pathways. So there are students who are the ages of 16 to 18. At the moment with them, I do application development, website development and software development. So they've already done the website stuff, so now we're moving on to software. So far they're picking it up and they've already got goals to go to after they've done the course. So some of them want to go to college, some want to go to college then go to university, some want to work within IT. But the whole point is, when they come to Tigers, I want them to enjoy it and enjoy computing and pretty much walk away with the knowledge, and so far they're doing that. So yeah, with Pathways, it's going pretty well with them. The other thing I do is with modern apprenticeships, and that's with companies. So we put them through diplomas, stuff like that. We do training days with them. We go on calls with them, make sure they're okay, check up on them all the time, stuff like that. But in the grand scheme of things, I feel like it's important to do IT at the moment, just because everything you do is related to IT. It's a good skill to have. There's so many jobs out there for it. And when you're kind of doing a course with Tigers, there's a lot of content that we give out that helps as well and kind of puts you in that zone to go forward and do better at it. But there's so much you can do with the qualification. But in the grand scheme of things, though, I feel like it is something that if people want to join, they would join in it and enjoy it. So yeah. So with IT and telecoms, the jobs you can do after leaving Tigers with a qualification, become an app developer, a web developer. You could work within IT and telecoms industry, and there's just a wide variety of jobs with the MAs, the modern apprenticeships I'm doing. They're all automation developers, so some of it's really cool, the stuff you can do. So there's a lot of roles out there, and it's important to businesses as well at the moment as well, just due to the whole coronavirus stuff. Like there's a lot of unemployment, but there's a lot of jobs in the field of IT. So it's always good to be skilled with that, or upskilled with it. So again, with even doing a modern apprenticeship or just a Pathways apprenticeship, it sets you up to go into that workplace and do well at it.
I'm Antonis and I'm the marketing trainer here at Tigers. We have a unique opportunity here at Tigers to provide young people with hands-on experience of using industry standard marketing automation software like HubSpot and various other platforms that you would otherwise only have access to if you were in employment. And we really take young people through the idea generation process and actually allow them to oversee and experience taking a marketing campaign through from start to finish and reflecting on those results. And all this, of course, is wrapped up around Tiger's signature approach to training, which also involves health and well-being and making sure that our young people leave Tigers with the resilience and the strength to make the world a better place. The marketing course is set up in such a way that it really does give young people a practical understanding of the tools and techniques and the theory behind launching successful marketing campaigns and how that fits into the overall business strategy. And so we are perfectly set up to take young people on to further education if it really sparks their interest and they want to learn more, or into a modern apprenticeship or even full-time employment. I kind of hold the belief that there's a great deal of misconception around marketing and the role that it plays in the world. A lot of the young people, almost all the young people coming through our doors have never experienced the world without social media and without the effects that these adverts are having on us. So aside from the technical experience that they'll gain, we really prioritise giving young people an overall understanding of the effects that social media can have on young minds, the role that it plays in communicating ideas and circulating information, but more importantly, giving them a foundational understanding of the power of messaging and being able to equip them with the tools that they need to enter a workplace, to start a business of their own and go and put out as positive and as encouraging a message as possible to make the world a better place. Whether we like it or not, the lasting effects of COVID will be felt for a long time, but one of the positives that's come out of this is it's really forced businesses to adopt or at least consider a digital strategy. And this even predates COVID. The moment that social media was kind of forced upon us, the veil that businesses would hide behind was kind of pulled back, and customers then wanted a very, very intimate one-to-one relationship with the products and the companies that they buy from. We're now seeing data like 40% of social media users join platforms and follow brands to actually make complaints. But that could be viewed more as a desire that customers have to be involved in conversations about what is put into the world. So COVID has kind of ushered in this new era of businesses having to adopt this very conversational human interaction with their customers, as opposed to older methods which was very much an us and them. First of all, speaking from my own experience, as a creative person, it was very, very difficult to kind of find your feet at school. So Tigers tend to sort of catch young people before they fall it away. But particularly for those people who are creative minded and kind of see themselves in positions like graphic designers or working in a kind of marketing environment, we've kind of crafted this course to cater for all those needs. So coming through the programme, we kind of give you enough of an understanding of the overall context that marketing can fit into, so within a general business context, so that our learners can progress onto a route in graphic design, video content creation, a digital marketing assistant within any business or within a marketing agency. And again, giving them enough of an understanding of the importance of messaging so that when they are in those places, they can have a profound impact on the conversations that happen within those workplaces.
Hi there, my name's Julie Day. I'm Business Skills Manager here at Tigers, and I thought it was important to start just a wee bit of my journey and how I got to where I am today. So when I left school 17 and I went on to do a HND Hospitality Management course at college. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because I wanted to look after people. I wanted to make sure they had the best possible experience by staying in hotels. But as I grew and developed and I settled more into myself, what I really recognise is that what really ignites and inspires me is working with people and really seeing how people develop. So what I did was I took that understanding of myself and applied for university. And I went straight into third year at Glasgow Caledonian University, where I did a BA Honours in Hospitality and Human Resource Management. I then took that a step further and I applied for a part-time postgrad in Human Resource Management, and I worked full-time and I did my postgrad course in the evenings. So it was quite a journey, it was quite challenging at the time. But after I graduated, I worked in recruitment for a while, and then eventually a role came up at Tigers where I joined the company in 2011 as a HR administrator. And throughout the time at Tigers, I've grown and developed and I've taken on more responsibility, and it's led me to where I am today for Business Skills Manager here at Tigers. And what really ignites and inspires me is seeing companies change and develop through meaningful relationships that it has with its people. So that's almost the background of where I've came to today. The team and the sector that we're currently working in is always evolving, it's always changing, and that's one of the challenges that we have for business, is that nothing stays the same for long. The world that we find ourselves in with COVID, much more digital, much more technology focused, is really changing the nature of work and the way that we interact with each other. So what we know and what the science tells us is that we are all built for connection. This goes back to the early caveman years right up until where we are now. And what has happened through Tigers is that what we have recognised is that the need for technical skills is not enough anymore. Because what we know from speaking to our employer partners, from speaking to our stakeholders and speaking to government is that it's not enough just to have technical skills within the workplace. What industry really needs and what they're telling us they need is that they need people that are entering the workforce with emotional intelligence, with business acumen, with customer service skills, that they can really go and engage with customers and clients. And although they can support that with technical ability, the overriding factor is that they have the emotional skills to be able to engage with people. And what we do here at Tigers is we really help our learners to understand what is happening in the brains and bodies in those moments where you're incredibly anxious, you have the wee small part of your brain that's is going. But what we feel is that if we can help our young people understand what's happening at an earlier age, then they can keep building on that knowledge and skills, and so they can develop those skills a lot faster. What we also know is through COVID and the increase in digitalisation, a lot of the technical skills have been transferred online, a lot of the relationships have been transferred online, and that is incredibly hard. We are built for connection, we thrive in other people's company. When you're online and you're on Zoom and you're on Teams, it serves a purpose to a certain extent, but what is incredibly difficult is that you can't read body language, you can't read voice tone, you can't see what's happening in the room, you can't get a feel for the room. And so to build relationships that are purely based online is actually incredibly difficult. What is better is perhaps a balance of being able to do face-to-face relationships and online relationships, because the skills that we have developed worldwide through COVID is that we're much more technically advanced than we were before. We are much more capable of moving and working online, but it doesn't replace the overriding face-to-face connection that we need. And what we do know about young people is young people care about the planet, they care about the world, and they want to work for organisations and be part of organisations that support communities, that support environmental issues. But through technology, what we've realised is that we can connect with people all over the world, all walks of life. So it definitely is going in the right direction, but what we can't forget is the importance of connection and relationships.